family. We are back with episode 4, and we are sitting right here in Miami at the Organic Food Kings restaurant with the owner himself, Alex. Alex, would you like to go ahead and introduce yourself to the people?
Hi, how y'all doing? My name is Alex from Organic Food Kings, the best vegan spot in Miami, hands down.
So, of course, you all know that Dreams to Reality is a platform where we're bringing entrepreneurs to your screen so that we can inspire you and, bring that to the forefront so that you know that anything is possible. It doesn't matter about your circumstance, where you're coming from, anything that you want to achieve is possible. And he's done that and more. So I'd like to go ahead and dive into the Organic Food Kings and what it means to you and what was the inspiration behind it.
Well, the inspiration is just about how to show people how to eat conscious, make the right decisions. I'm the type of person that I don't believe in anything until I see it, right? So what I'm trying to say is it took me a life-threatening situation for me to switch my life to become vegan. Being Spanish, being in the hip-hop community and things like that, not eating meat and all these things that we're so used to eating and we grow up on, it's kind of hard to let go.
Of course.
A bad vice is a bad vice. Mm-hmm. So I say this to say that what inspired me was pretty much I was forced to pretty much from one day to another just change everything, what I was used to doing, eating, and things like that. And now I see why. I feel better. I used to think I was bipolar.
No way.
Yeah, because one day I was happy, the next day I was sad. And it's the animal products that you put in your body. Makes your body, I used to always be tired, groggy, sleepy. I would drink coffee 2-3 times a day, Red Bulls. Very rarely do I drink a latte or something like that. But that
until now, I never would have known that would be linked to your mental health as well, what you eat.
Yeah, it's crazy. A lot of people, if you really want to get deep into it, if you really think about it, and I'm proof of it because I have a pet pig. I bought my daughter a pet pig, right? And being Spanish, we eat a lot of pork. It's kind of like a religion type of thing, right? And now that I have a pet pig, it's crazy that I'm attached to something that is so smart. I've seen it with my own eyes that I have Frenchie dogs, the little dogs, and it took me within 2 to 3 days to teach the pig to sit down, or when it wants
2 to 3 days.
2 to 3 days. Mind you, I've been trying to train my professional dogs, and it's taken me 3 months, and they still don't listen. But It took me 2 to 3 days to train a pet pig to sit down, to roll over. When it wants to use the bathroom, it bangs his nose against the door for me to take it outside.
Oh, wow.
So what the moral to the story, what I'm trying to tell you is that these animals have personalities like you and I. Some of them are fighters. If you watch these videos on Netflix or YouTube, you can see how they torture these animals. How it takes normally 2 or 3 times to kill these animals because they're fighters. And they're gonna fight till they can't fight no more. So when you put that in your body, sometimes the animal you put in your body maybe didn't give up a fight, or maybe it didn't stand a chance to give up a fight, right? But what about that one animal that gave it its all? That's the mood swings that I would feel, because I would say one day I'm happy, the next day I'm sad, the next day I'm happy again. To me, I'm thinking, damn, those are symptoms of being bipolar or schizophrenic But at the end of the day, I'm like, why am I so miserable if I'm blessed to have the family, the American dream, the picket fence, the wife, the business, the family, right? So it's not like I have cancer or anything like that. I'm blessed. And I was depressed. Didn't want to get out of bed, would sleep till 2, 3 in the afternoon. Things like that. And Now I'm the one that put the pieces to the puzzle with the before and the after. A lot of the things that I would do before I became vegan, I don't want to say I've become a better person, because I got a genuine good heart and I'm just real,
So what were some of the changes that you saw once you went ahead and made that switch?
I give back more. Now I give back to the community, foundations. I give back to the women's shelter for the children. I never did that before, not because I didn't want to. It's just I never had the time, or I don't want to say desire, because I guess I was so busy and so always cloudy that how America's set up is set up to pretty much you don't have time for nothing. You know, it's you're robotic. It's work, home, work, and throughout work you have so many things to do that you get lost with being a father, being a husband, being a business owner. That when you come to look at the realization that the time has passed and you haven't done nothing positive with it, now I'm making my business to pretty much always try to do a good deed. When I say a good deed, I'm not talking about opening a car door or pulling someone's chair back. I'm talking about how could I affect someone's life in a good way, right? Whether it's a child, whether it's an employee, whether it's someone that suffers from diabetes or somebody that has high blood pressure, you know, things like that. You know, I didn't do this for the money. I did this pretty much if we can make one vegan a day with me, I'm happy with that, because I know I'm not the only one on this journey. There's a lot of people, not to name drop or say nothing like that, but there's a lot of people that we do feel that health is wealth. You know, health is wealth, because
your body's your temple, right?
Exactly. It's like a car. You don't get an oil change. What happens to your car? Breaks down, right? Same thing with the body. And we're not getting any younger. So the body, with time, it starts to break down in certain things. That's why you have to work out, eat consciously. What you put in your body can affect you in the long run, and things like that. So that's the moral to the story. I'm just disappointed it took me so long to kind of open my eyes and get woke.
Yeah. So I did speak to you behind the scenes a little bit, and you said that, you know, this came from your abuela, your grandma.
Yeah, my grandmother.
So why over time it took you up until that scare to actually make that change?
Well, you know, it's crazy you say that. A lot of people are scared of change. They're comfortable. And it's the saying, if it's not broken, don't fix it, right? So it had to hit real close to home to affect me as a person, as a man, for me to actually go out and do something. When it hit me, that's when I was like, okay, oh shit, you know, you know about it, right? My grandmother's been vegan since 1996, 1997. She's still alive and kicking, healthy, walks a mile every day. Before being vegan, they would look at you weird. You know, they'll look at you weird. You tell them you're vegan, it's a sin. It's a sin. It was like coming out the closet, or
the minute you mention that, hey, there are things in that, you know, in these items that you're drinking and eating, and it's unhealthy for you. You're like, no, you're a conspiracy theorist. You're crazy.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, like, and I'm those type of people. I don't really care what people say or news or this and that. I take my own, when I see something, I take my own version to it. And I put my own news, and this is what I think really happened, right? So I say this to say that when it hit close to home, I did about 3 months. It was 3 months. I flew everywhere. I went to the hottest spots, you name it, California, Atlanta. I wanted to see if I was gonna do a transformation where I was gonna live this lifestyle, and I was gonna change my life for what I'm gonna put in my body from here on out. I wanted to taste mom and pops, all the highs, the lows, everything. And I did that. And when I came back, I was on a mission. I said, what am I gonna do? I said, what about if we can make vegan chicken taste like real chicken, or meat taste like real meat, or bread that is not made out of potato bread, look, taste, feel like potato bread. So I was on a mission, and I didn't know that the key to my success was right in my house all this time, which is my grandmother and my wife. You know, my grandmother kind of being the old head in the family, with even me, myself, I'm guilty of that I never really paid attention to my grandmother. And I would always say, oh, grandma's, you know, doing some weird things in the kitchen, and looks like
So
it looks like brujeria.
You also were a believer.
Yeah, I wasn't a believer. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you and tell you that I've always felt this way. Nah, it took me time, but more than anything, it just took me a bad situation to hit me personally, to affect me, for me to do something about it.
So you took that experience that you went through, and you then turned it into a business.
Turned it into a business.
That's crazy.
It's crazy, right?
That is. But it's so inspirational, it's so impactful, and I hope that you guys are actually kind of getting this as well, that not everything that you go through have to be negative. You can find the positive and you can create something beautiful out of it, just like what Alex did. Now, I also know that you own
mattress stores.
Mattress stores. Yeah. Why not stay in that realm of things? Why come over here with food? They're two different entities, two different demons in itself.
It's the good, the bad, and the ugly. The thing is, as a successful person, I believe in the saying that I believe in destiny. I believe in faith. Mm-hmm. I believe everything happens for a reason. Like anything, I saw a vision. Before I got into it, I predicted, I premeditated everything that you guys see, from the crown to the name to the colors. It was like I just saw it. I saw it, and when I started to talk about it, of course, everybody, the closest people to you, tend to kick you down. Nah, don't do that. It's not gonna work. It's never gonna work. Salads and trees, you're gonna sow grass, and I'm like, nah. I'm like, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring, for the culture, hip hop, I'm gonna make the hottest vegan spot, but it's for us. Yeah. We ain't gonna sell out. It's not gonna be pretty. It's not gonna be for everybody. But I feel that I did it for my reason, and that's for us, for the culture. We're the #1 spot, certified on paper. We've won.
Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you.
Because people are always raving about this place.
Hype is real.
And what I love most is that you're not taking away from what we eat normally.
Of course.
And what you're doing is you're like, hey, you want chicken? I can bring you something that tastes exactly like chicken, but it's healthier for you.
Of course.
Or when I had the burger, oh my God, I was in heaven.
Hype was real.
Every single piece of that burger was amazing. And the fact that the bread was actually made from gluten, flour, and all those things that's really bad for you, I was literally amazed.
The story behind that is that I have 4 children. 2 are born vegan, 2 are not. My children that are vegan have never been sick, never had a flu, a fever. My other 2 kids caught COVID. My other 2 kids that are vegan, same house with me and my wife, and we didn't catch COVID. There's 6 of us in the house. 4 are vegan, 2 are not. The ones that are not are the ones that caught COVID. Wow. Not to say anything, and I don't want to sit here and make the conspiracy theorists, and we're gonna sit here and talk about Bigfoot. What I'm telling you is, 2 + 2 is 4. My kids, the 2 smallest one's allergic to gluten, one's allergic to soy. So what I wanted to do was, I do this for my kids, pretty much for generational wealth. So I wanted to do something that, when I'm not here tomorrow, I leave them something, a legacy, right? And that's why I go so hard, and that's why I don't use gluten or soy in our products, because the gluten's pretty much, my daughter, she's allergic to it, can't have it. So I wanted to do something that is impactful to the world through my children. Does that make any sense? You're a mother, so yeah, of course. The thing with me is I wanted to do something.
Not only that, but you're bringing light to those who may also have those similar issues at home, and now they can look at you and say, hey, he's still providing, and they're healthy.
I think I would have become vegan sooner if I would have had options like this, because we're scared to let go of the burger, the chicken wings, this. That's why everything.
But they taste good, right?
Right.
So you need to find something that can equally replace that.
Right. So that's why I say this to say that the moral to the story is, everything on the menu is something that I used to love. The Yeti burger, it's a double patty burger. That's the Big Mac. our chocolate cake. I used to go to Chili's all the time for the lava cake. That's the chocolate cake. I saw everything that I used to love in these restaurants, and I put them into my own way, but vegan. You know, the chicken sandwich. You know, in my head, I was like, how can I beat the Popeyes chicken? I want it to look, taste. Now, you see, I'm going against the big boys. I'm over here comparing myself to these billion-dollar companies because I knew that I wanted to make the next McDonald's, the next Burger King, the next Wendy's, but healthy. I wanted to do it with a twist. Now everybody wants to go on. We got a vegan option, right? We're gonna.
But let's keep it real. When you go out and you eat, the vegan option is a salad.
A salad or a wrap.
That's it.
Or a wrap.
It's so limited too. When you come here, you have options. All right. So before we shift gears, what is your favorite thing on your menu? You can't say everything. I'm challenging you right now.
Oh, listen.
You can only have one thing on that menu today. What are you picking?
You're putting me on the spot.
I definitely am.
Because I have a lot of items named after celebrity friends of mine. So I'm gonna pretty much piss somebody off.
Oh no.
But you know what? But I'm not gonna lie. No, but I'm not gonna lie. I gotta keep it real, right?
Okay.
So this is not about feelings.
You guys don't get in your feelings, okay? He loves all of you. I just want to know what's his one favorite thing, okay? It's not personal.
My favorite out of all the great items we have, I would have to say is the Raekwon Davis Philly. Raekwon is he's right behind me. As a matter of fact, he plays for the Miami Dolphins, best football team.
Oh, this guy right here in the middle.
Yeah, best football team in the NFL. We'll get into that later. That's my favorite. When me and him were sitting down talking about what we could do to launch something with his name on it, it was pretty much, it had to, just like him, it had to be big, but not too big. But I had to be the best. It's the best sandwich to me for a reason. It's special. It has a special spot for me. The Philly cheesesteak named after Raekwon Davis.
Well, I guess that's what I'm trying today. So
can I name the second? Cause
no, you're making the deal.
Damn.
So I do have one question for you, and I want you to answer this as honest as possible.
Right.
You could have been anywhere doing anything. You could have had you could have been in a different industry. Your life could have went in a completely different direction.
Right.
Now, how did you go from I no longer want to be a consumer, I no longer want to be an employee, I want to figure out how to become a CEO, because I find that a lot of entrepreneurs are in that place. You know, once they're learning about themselves, they're learning about the game, and then they're like, you know what, I'm so sick and tired of coming here and trading my time. How do I own it? How do I, one, build a legacy, two, become a boss, have time freedom, location freedom, just have it all, and still be able to secure that money for me?
You want me to talk to you corporate, or you want me to keep it real, blood raw?
Let's do both.
And honest, because I could talk to you corporate, but
I want you to be authentic, right?
I'm gonna keep it real with you. I have a bad past. I've been to prison. I did one mistake, and it kind of cost me my freedom, literally. And now I'm not proud of it, but I'm gonna be honest with you. It has molded me into the man who sits here in front of you. I don't think I'll be where I'm at in my life if it wasn't that I had to go through real struggles, being taken the thing that everybody takes for granted is their freedom. You don't know how important your freedom is to you, so somebody takes it from you and puts you in a cage. But that's just one side of the coin. The other side is when I got out of prison, I couldn't get a job, not even at McDonald's. And I'll be honest with you, I applied everywhere because I didn't want to go back to where I just came from, because it's so easy to get locked up.
It's easier for you to go back once you get your freedom back.
Yeah, it's so easy to go, but it's so hard to get out. You get it? And I didn't want to become a statistic. And I remember the only job that I was able to land was a job working on the roof putting shingles in the middle of the summer, right? And I remember, man, me being on the roof and I'm having talks with God. And I'm praying, and I'm like, this is something that it's tearing me. I'm the only person here that speaks English, that is born in this country, but I can't get a job anywhere. And I was like, I can't do this. I can't do this. I remember I walked off the job half of the day, and I was really like, damn, what am I gonna do? This is the moment that I said to myself, it's either you could work 9 to 5 for someone and make them rich, and you be paycheck to paycheck, or what are you gonna do about it? Are you gonna be the problem, or are you gonna be the solution? And I stopped feeling bad for myself, and I kept on. Like I say this all the time to my kids or to anyone that's close to me or asks me for advice. Out of 10 times, you only gotta be right 1 time. You only gotta be successful. You could fail 9 times, and on the 10th, hit it out of the ballpark and become successful. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you and tell you that I didn't fail before I became this mogul and the successful multiple business owners type of scenario, but I fall numerous times before I made it to the top of the mountain. And that's the truth. I believe that in life, every time you fall down, it's just preparing you for your next battle, your next war, your next journey. And to make you better, you got to learn from each obstacle that you go through. And that's why everybody that works in any of my companies has a troubled past, is a convicted felon.
Wow. So you became, oh my goodness. So
yeah.
You got out.
Right.
You were hindered by what
we call the system.
Exactly. So you were hindered by the system when you got out. Right. And then you became a second chance company.
Yeah, it's crazy because there was only one man that gave me a chance when I got out. And the irony of life, how God is great and things change. My first job was working outside of a mattress store holding a sign.
Wow.
And now look at me, all the mattress stores that I own.
Right. How many are there?
35.
Where are they?
All over Miami. We have a few in other states and things like that, but we're not a franchise. It's me and my family. But the irony of life, and I get goosebumps talking about this because it's crazy that my pride is bigger than this room. I have a real big pride, but I put my pride aside to hold that sign because I'd rather get paid. Back then, it was $7 minimum wage. Mm-hmm. Now, mind you, this Miami heat and sun is serious. Mm-hmm. But I'm out there and I'm like, you know what? If I'm able to work in prison for free, for the man, why can't I work out here for my freedom and at least let me do something productive with my life? And it's crazy the way life works because one day the sales guy called in sick and they called me in from outside to fill in for the salesman, and I outsold the shit. I was so
the mattresses like you made them.
Man, listen, man, I sold. I think the air conditioner had me like, yo, you ain't going back outside. They're gonna have to call the Navy SEALs to get me out of here. The National Guard. I remember I broke a record. I sold like $10,000 in one day.
Wow.
And the owner of the store said, hey, you're not holding the sign no more. You're the new sales guy.
You became the asset.
I became the sales guy. Wow. And it's crazy because he told me he gave me a chance because me and the guy we're family. To this day, I call him my cousin. We're family because that guy kind of molded me and showed me that you don't have to do something wrong. You could literally, you know what I'm saying, do the right thing, and not the world doesn't owe you anything. You gotta earn it, right? And before I was like, damn, why are all these bad things happening to me? Like, when am I gonna get my break? And it all started from that moment where I went from outside to inside, and I worked my way up in that company to run the whole company, to being the district manager, the head manager, to training people, to actually stepping away and opening up my own brand, and becoming successful in that.
Nice. So just kind of going through that whole process got you to where you needed to be so that you can know how to run a successful store, how it functions, the ins and outs, and then you just said, you know what, I'm going to open mine.
I'm gonna open up my own. And I failed at the first one. Believe it or not, I failed. I failed because of too ambitious. I thought it was gonna be better than what I expected, and I failed. But from that failing is what made me jump right back.
Tuition.
Exactly. It was kind of set me. It was a minor setback for a major comeback. You get what I'm saying?
Why didn't you give up though? Because you could have just said, you know what, this isn't for me. I tried.
You know, it's funny you say that. When I was in prison, my father died. Right? My father. Yeah. My father couldn't go see me in prison because he was a co-defendant. I went to prison because I didn't want to tell on my family. Never been in trouble, never got a traffic ticket, never been. If I would have been a different color skin, I probably would have gotten probation for the crime that I was accused of, right? But that's a whole nother story. They hit me with the book because of my family's past, right? So I didn't want to be the first one that this system was gonna make me make an example to tell on my family. Why am I gonna be free if I'm turning on brothers, father? Yeah. I'm from New York. We don't believe in none of that shit. Since you're a kid, you're taught that, you know, it is what it is. I feel like I never stood a chance because I was born and this is my family, right?
You don't get to choose them.
You don't get to choose your family, right? You're born into it. So I say this to say that my father would always spare me in the sense that I'd be like, yo, Dad, I need 10,000. He'll be like, no, I'm not giving you 10,000. And an hour later, he'll come and be like, here you go, son. That was, you know, it was his way of trying to be tough. Like, no, you got to get it on your own. But, you know, I'm the smallest one out of my brothers. So he kind of always...
When you say by smallest, you mean youngest?
Youngest. I'm the youngest brother. So he was always more hard on me. And now that I'm older, I see why. It built the character, the model that I won't lose, not even in defeat. Like, I come from nothing. So I know what it is to pretty much go to sleep just eating eggs and rice because there's no money for me. You get what I'm saying? Literally. So I say this to say that when my father died 3 months before me getting out of prison, that kind of made me, it hit me, what do you call this, a reality check, that the guardian angel, the backbone is no longer there. So it's a cold world. What am I going to do? My father always held me down no matter what. So I knew that now me getting out, I wasn't going to have that. So it kind of molded me into, it's either you step up, it's now or never. What are you going to do with it? It's your time, it's your moment. Are you going to fall back into what the system calls the system? Or are you going to man up and change and fight and change and help other people? Because I could be real with you that I can stay home right now and watch cameras and I'm good financially. I'm blessed. Thank God for that. But I feel that, like you see me here right now, to me, it means so much that I don't want to be home. I want to be out. I want to touch people. I want to affect people. I want people to hear the story because everything that shines is not gold. You get what I'm saying? I'm here, blood, raw, and cut. If I can make it, anybody can make it. I say this to my employees all the time. I'm like, I'm no better than you. We use the bathroom the same. We're no different. The only difference between me and you is that I wanted it more. And I felt that it's either, if I didn't open up a business, I wouldn't be able to live. I don't have a job because I made one bad decision.
Yeah, and it
allegedly
literally hinders you for your entire life.
Wow.
But you know, with you saying that, I can't help but to butt in because your dad was a provider.
Of course.
Not only did you become the provider, but you showed your entire family how to become successful this way.
Of course.
And you're the youngest.
The
so
youngest.
What was that like for you? We're literally carrying your whole entire family on your back.
You know, it's crazy because I'm the only one that didn't go to college. One of my brothers has a master's. The other one has a bachelor's. I damn near almost didn't finish high school, to be real with you. But
stay in school.
No. This is the thing. Like I was an athlete in school. I played almost professional soccer. I played really good, but I had an injury. I broke my leg in 3 spots. So it was a lot of things. I got depressed. I started blaming myself for the injury.
Yeah.
Whatever. What I'm trying to tell you is, I'm not saying school is not the way to go, because I encourage my kids, especially. I tell my kids all the time, I said, everybody in this house has to graduate from high school. If you don't go to college, that's on you. But you have to give me, and my father always used to tell me that. My father damn near almost beat the high school out of me. I was gonna graduate. I had no choice but to graduate. My father forced me to graduate. And I'm like that with my kids too. I'm like, listen, you have to give me, if you don't want to give me a degree, that's fine, I understand. Because school's not for everybody is what I'm trying to say. My wife just went to school. She just went back to school to finish her master's. And she's not doing it because she needs it for a job or for a profession, because a lot of these people that get a degree, I have a real good friend of mine that went to college 8 years, still in debt for his master's degree, and he can't get a job in what he mastered in.
But do you know that, I hate to say it like this, but do you know that that is the government's way of keeping money flowing through the economy? Of
course.
So they send you to school for 12 months, and then they're like, ha, fresh meat, 18, you're ready. Let's just pile on the debt.
Let's program them. Let's program.
You're forever paying it off, and it goes back to your birth certificate, to your marriage license. It
just like how they mess
miles and miles and miles.
Especially people got messed up credit because of these hospital bills. To go back, rewind a little bit about what we were talking about, the colleges. Do you know that for every college, every high school in Florida, there's 10 prisons per school? So that means you have a better chance of going to prison than you do to go to college.
Excuse me?
Yeah. So if you really, there's 168 prisons in Florida.
That just made me so uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's real. They won't play this channel on TV. For every college in Florida, there's 10 prisons per college. So you have a better chance to go to prison than you do to college. Some of the greatest athletes, the Jordan that never made Jordan, that never became the next Jordan because he caught a prison sentence, right? Because he was forced to, because of his environment, because he comes from a neighborhood, has a liquor store and a gun store next to each other. You get what I'm saying? So if you start really looking into this, I
know that these things are strategically placed in certain areas, but prisons, that takes it to another extreme.
You have a better chance in America to go to prison than you do to go to college.
So what was that like, changing that trajectory for your family so they didn't have to face things like that? What was that like for you? The moment when you were able to sit back, because you accomplished a lot. The moment you're
not enough. I'm not even a quarter done.
You may not be done, but right. I know you. What was it like to sit back and just kind of enjoy that freedom and look at what you've created? What was that like for you?
It's crazy that I was talking to my brother Nick Cannon about this a few nights ago, and he kind of helped me realize that I could die tomorrow, car accident, anything could happen to me, right? And I know that what I've done with Organic Food Kings, with this vegan community, with showing awareness, I didn't die in vain. I feel that I did something, even though I haven't done what I'm set out to do. I feel like I'm on a mission. I feel that I could die tomorrow and I've accomplished more than I was expected to. There you go. So the correct word, I don't really, I'm not really, what's the correct word? I don't really think about it because I feel like I'm not done. I don't know where this is going, but I know where it should go, and I know where I plan to take it to. But I could die tomorrow, and I feel that I've accomplished a lot more than I set out. I wasn't set out to to make history. I've made history already. Winning the #1 vegan spot, being on Love and Hip Hop, Drink Champs, on Netflix.
Something else out there that you want. You haven't figured that out yet, or do you know you're just not telling us yet?
It's
Are you moving in silence with this one?
Nah, because I always talk things into existence. If I say something, that means I'm doing it. I'm doing it. So when I say that this is gonna be the next McDonald's, the next burger,
and you made it happen.
Not yet, because we're not nationwide. You know, like the commercial, nationwide is on your side. You know what I'm saying? So
Free promo?
yeah, free promo. Hey, send me an email, organicfoodkings@gmail. Y'all owe me a check. But it's just, I feel like I've done so much, but so not enough. Does that make any sense?
Yeah.
You feel me?
But I also like that, because that also shows that you're not really willing to settle.
Yeah. It's, to me, if you look at me, I don't look like a corporate CEO, Fortune 500 business owner. You know, I'm humble. I'm real. I won't.
Alex.
I'm Alex. You know, I'm vegan. I'm not gonna sell out. I'm not gonna change my ways. I'm not. What you see is what you get. Is how I feel. So you know, this is what has made me this far, and you know, I feel that you can never forget where you come from, because then you don't know where you're going.
And I absolutely love that. So if you just look into this camera right here, on the other side of this lens, there's an Alex.
Right.
What are you saying to that Alex? Right.
Keep going. Keep going.
What's the message?
The message is, there's always a light at the end of that tunnel. And you're in that dark place right now, and you don't see the light. The light is so far, but it's so close. The best, I say this to a lot of people, is that what's winning without losing? What's the rain without the sun? This is part of the story. A lot of people want the glory, but they don't want the story. And this is part of it. So at the end of that tunnel, there is a light. You got to keep going. As many times as you fall down, just get back up. And that's what builds character. And that's what, when you have all of this, it makes it worth something. Because you had to, there's a lot of nights, like, let me be real with you, there's a lot of nights I wanted to give up. I'm not going to paint a pretty picture and say it was always, there's been more guns than roses. I'll tell you the truth. There's been nights that I was like, I can't take it, I'm going to give up, but it's so easy to give up, you know? And
that's a cowardly move.
It's a cowardly move, you know, and there was a lot of nights that, it's a lot of different thoughts in my head that the devil's real. You know, it's so easy to just say, I can't do it no more, I'm done. But I kept pushing, and I kept rolling with the punches, and I kept saying, this is what I'm gonna do, and this is what I'm gonna do. And there's still times that I look in the mirror and I'm like, shit.
You did it.
I'm like, yo, I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm my biggest critic. So sometimes, you know, when I'm alone, I be giving myself props. So I'm like, damn, you did that, you know. It's a crazy story, right? That a lot of the celebrities, rappers that I grew up listening to now know me by first name basis. Does that make any sense? And that really makes me feel like, damn, you know, and that shit would have never happened. I'm allowed to curse, right? We good? We good? All right. You know, shaking hands with some of the biggest people in the game, because A, they've come to my restaurant, or they see me at a seminar, or they see me at a fundraiser, and they're like, yo, how you been out, Boogie? That to me shows me that I am impacting people. Whether they're an A-lister, a B-lister, C-lister, it's just so many people that when I see them, they're like, yo, you know, I had high diabetes. I was suffering from ulcers and this and that, and you know, your food, I saw you on an interview, and it changed everything for me. And now I changed my way of the way I eat. That keeps me going, and that's the gas on my fire that keeps my engine going. And I know that I'm not doing this in vain. I know I'm doing it for a reason. And that's what kind of gives me the, every now and then, you know, somebody will come up to me and like, yo, can I take a picture with you? And I'm like, oh shit, you know? Yeah, and it's cool, man. I'm making, and you know, You know, Nick told me that. Nick told me, like, listen, you're changing lives, man. And as you're changing lives, you know what I'm saying, you're going to see that you feel better. And not only do I feel better, man, but a lot of my life has become, I don't want to say more successful, but it's been more fun lately.
So you've name dropped a lot of celebrities. So
Of course.
let's talk about the art in here, because there's a lot of faces that look familiar. I just want to make sure that I have it right.
Right.
So who we have over here? Let's start with this wall.
Got my brother Gunplay. Gunplay, he has his own sandwich here called the Gunplay sandwich. It's crazy because the first time that he ate the sandwich, he didn't believe that it was vegan. My brother's not vegan, but every time he will call me, it could be 11 o'clock at night, he's like, yo, I need the sandwich. He could be at the studio. I have to send one of my guys to get in the car and go take him the barbecue with bacon chicken sandwich.
Bacon? No.
Vegan bacon.
I mean, I know everything is vegan here, but how the heck do you get vegan bacon? You can't replicate that.
Yes, I have to show you better than I can tell you, but it's made out of pea protein, and it actually looks like bacon.
And can we take a look at your inventory a little bit later?
Oh, yeah, oh.
No?
I'm gonna need you to sign an NDA. You know, I got trust issues. I'm from New York.
I know. So who's this incredible DJ we got here?
So that's DJ Gotnow. DJ Gotnow is actually he's one of the hottest DJs in the game. He won DJ of the year. He does, you name all the hot clubs from the Wood Tavern. He travels the world DJing, and he's actually vegan. I got the DJ Gotnow is the lemon pepper chicken sandwich. He's one of my day ones, one of the ones that believed in the vision. Everything that you see, he kind of was there through the mud, from the hard times for him, when we didn't even have money to pay him to come DJ, because I don't want to say he's expensive, but he is a celebrity DJ. So he was just coming to do it out of love, out of, you know, I believe in your brand, I believe in you, I fuck with you. So at the end of the day, bro, I'm here for you.
That's beautiful.
And yeah, man, a real solid dude is my brother. I could be here a whole segment telling you what I feel about Gotnow.
And is this your shrimp?
That's the shrimp sandwich. That's my brother, Shula the Don. Shula's another very important person in my life. He's a director. He does a lot of music videos. He's with Dipset, Jim Jones, Fabulous, Rick Ross. He has a hell of a resume. Another solid individual. He's been there with me since day one. DJ Gotnow and Shula, the Don, they're probably one of the main reasons why I'm at where I'm at right now. And that's just me paying respect and homage to them. That's real.
I can respect that. So who we got here?
That's my brother Farruko.
Wait, I can't roll my tongue like that.
Farruko's a reggaeton Spanish artist. Real good friend of mine, my brother. He actually has the #1 song in the world right now, but I don't wanna brag on him. But this is another one that he was having stomach issues. He can't eat meat. Every time he would eat meat, he'll be on the road and he'll be having things. And he actually a fashion designer, good friend of mine, brung Farruko a burger, and Farruko was like, "Yo, what is this? This is the best burger I've ever had in my life." And that's how he got a part of it, and he just started coming, and we became real tight. Good dude.
And then who's
That's Jay Flex. Jay Flex is he's a bodybuilder, vegan. He's another good friend of mine. He's an artist, a YouTuber. My brother. He's another reason where Organic Food Kings is at where it's at.
Okay. So before we wrap this up, and I just want to say thank you so much for letting me come into your space, your home, getting all into your biz, and of course just being able to have the opportunity to interview you and put this out, because I definitely would like for people to know that you can eat healthy, and it can be tasty, and it can be amazing, and you can get it right here in Miami at Organic Food Kings. So would you mind just quickly telling where they can find you?
So we have multiple locations. We have our main location, that's the Baby. It's in Midtown. It's 3246 North Miami Avenue. Then we have one that we just opened in Doral. Organic Food Kings Doral. We're on Google, we're on Instagram, we're on Facebook. We have another one that we just opened also in Kendall off of Miller. We have Brickell. We have a new one that's opening up at the end of this month on South Beach. So you can just look us up at Organic Food Kings on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, you name it. We're on every social media platform. And if you want to get a hold of us personally, organicfoodkings@gmail.com.
So you heard it here first. You're looking for vegan food, you're in the Miami area, you're coming to
Organic Food Kings, the best vegan spot, hands down.
And now I get to eat this lovely food that he has and he's cooking up here in-house that is fresh. And I will go ahead and give you guys a clip of that in just a second. Thank you, Dreams to Reality family, for tuning in. And thank you, Alex, for going ahead and have this opportunity to tell your story. So be sure to tune in, like, subscribe. And again, if you are ever in the Miami area, you know where to come and get the best vegan food.